there. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria, and we're streaming today on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, and Twitch. So wherever you're from, thanks for joining me and welcome. And please say hello in the comments and maybe where you're from, because that's always interesting to me. And please also like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, please consider supporting my ability to make these live streams by sponsoring me on Patreon or PayPal. There's more information on how to do that in the video's description. And during last live stream, we had network problems, but my IT support thinks he figured out what went wrong and fixed it. So hopefully things went smoothly. Things will go smoothly today. And if not, then just know that we are still videotaping it, and there will be the video out on YouTube in about an hour. In the meantime, you can go to my YouTube channel, my original platform. I already have like 15 videos uploaded there, and you can just watch one of the other live streams that I have done there. So if you have any questions during, you can just type them in to the comments and I'll get to it after this, or my IT person will get to it. And today's class is going to be kind of, it's going to be full body flow and concentrating more on flexibility. So, okay. Hello, Suresh. So let's get started. So just sitting up nice and tall. Let's close our eyes and just connect to our center. So nice deep breaths into our center, letting go of your day. And just notice where you're starting from, your mindset, your body, any stress or tension that you're holding, and the quality of your breath as you inhale. See if you can feel the belly expanding, the ribs and the chest rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. Belly, ribs, and chest rising on the inhale and falling on the exhale. And last time, deep breath in and out. Let's bring our hands in front of our hearts and drop our gaze. Take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. And slowly open your eyes. And all right, we're going to reach our arms up overhead and make fists here. Stretch out, welcoming my students Deborah and Abigail and Teresa. Good to see you. And then Neetu from British Columbia, welcome. We're just going side to side. Today's class is on flexibility. Full body flow though. We're getting stretching all the way up. Side body stretch. And if you can go deeper, elbow towards the floor, make a fist, circles, and circumduct your shoulder, or it can be right here. So just do a stretch that feels good in your body. Opening the chest and shoulders. And then the other side. Side bend, and then circumducting that shoulder. Opening up. All right, lengthen up through the crown of your head, and you're going to take a twist. Super straight spine, feeling that twist at the center of the belly and traveling up as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then other side. Pressing into your back fingers a little to help lift up through the crown of your head. And feel that stretch, the twists. And release. And we're going to lift our knees up. We're just going to come into a little hip stretch here. So it's kind of like the sole of your foot is almost on top of your foot here. So you can almost have like 90-degree angles here, or it doesn't have to be 90, it can be a little bit less. But you just want to take your hands behind you and bring this left hip forward, especially feel this internal rotation of that back hip. As you lengthen up so the chest is lifted, if you need to take both hands down, you can. And then you come back, and then you other side. So pressing down with your knees, feeling this right internal rotation of that hip there. And then back. So you might come off your mat, that's fine. So twisting and twisting. And then pressing your knee down. You can even take your left hand over the right knee here as you lengthen up through the crown of your head and find a little extra twist here over to the right. And then down and up. One more time, lengthening up and pressing your right hands on the top of your left knee to help you lengthen, and you'll feel that hip stretch on the right side. And okay, we're going to start laying down today. You might need a strap. So just reaching up and feeling into your hamstrings, checking in to see how tight it feels today. stay down. I'm just getting warm already. So you can use a strap if you have one, or if you don't have one, use a towel, or just interlace your fingers behind your hamstrings here. And if you're more flexible, you can even just use your fingers to grab onto your big toe here. So if you're bent in the hamstring, that's fine, but just try to straighten it as much as you can and feel those hamstrings working. Go ahead and make circles with your ankles here. In one direction and then the other direction. And release. And we're going to do the other side. And notice how different the two sides feel, because this one is my tighter side. So usually most people don't normally have a tighter side unless you're like ambidextrous and use your right and left equally. Just breathing into your hamstring. See if you can even take your left hip crease down a little bit towards the top of your mat there. Okay, and release. Now we'll take your right leg back up. We're going to scissor the inner thighs. Do a little core work here, so lift your head and shoulders. If it's too hard, keep your head down. You're going to point your toes and squeeze your inner thighs together. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Belly pulling in towards the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. And just roll your neck from side to side. Draw the knees in. Hi, Jen. Hi, Lily. Okay. Okay, now we're doing happy baby. I'll make sure I do the modifications for you, Teresa. So happy baby, you just kind of see if you can hold on to the bottoms of your feet, either the outer arches or the inner arches. And if you're really not that flexible and can't reach your feet, you can just hold on to the backs of your legs here, okay? So holding here. Your head should be on the floor and maybe your shoulder blades. Your feet, if you're able to make them parallel to the top for the ceiling, and then if you're able to, you also stamp your low back into the floor. If you can create that lumbar curve, that's awesome. And let's release the left leg. So the right leg is still here, and you're going to lean over to the right until the top of the right thigh comes onto the floor. So the left hip actually lifts off the floor. And just stay here. You can hold the inner heel, or you can just hold the inner calf if you can't reach yet. And then from here, you'll just maybe straighten the leg if you're able to, toes touch the floor. If you're not, just hold it here with the top of your thigh on the floor. And then you're going to come back, cross your wrists. So the left hand is grabbing the outside edge of your foot, and you're going to turn all the way like a spinal twist. So I'm coming onto the edge of my left foot, and I'm just going to do a twist here. Reach my right arm up and over. And then I'm coming back here, grabbing the inner heel, dropping the thigh to the floor, and then straightening my leg if I can. If I can't, don't worry. And then cross, grab the outside edge of the foot, rock onto the edge, and maybe straighten the leg if you're able to. If that's too much, you can just keep it bent, or you can hold the bottom and straighten. So half happy baby mini Vinny here. Across. And let's just do one more here. And across. All right. So then feet flat on the floor. You're going to grab the left leg, half happy baby. So taking the knee out to the side. If you can, the bottom of the foot or on the calf, anywhere. So you're just going to lean over till the top of the thigh touches the floor. And then from here, you might stay here and just reach the right arm up, or you might be able to straighten the leg. If not, don't worry about it. You can just hold here and straighten as much as you can. Grab the outer edge of your foot and twist and straight. So I'm going to scoot down a little bit. Am I still in frame? So the knee comes down, straighten it if you can. Grab the outer edge and twist. The knee comes down and twist. The knee comes down and maybe straighten, and then you just do a twist. So I'll show for modifiers. You just bring your knee down, and then that's it. You can just stay here with the knee down, and then you're just going to take a twist with a bent knee. So bent knee, and you just twist. You just want to stack your sitting bones one over the other. Okay, let's do two more here. Knee, toe, and then across your body. And last one, knee and toe, across your body. And release. All right. So knees are bent and you're pressing the knees away and the knees resist each other. Just a little core here. 3, just for 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. And last one. You're going to have your hands behind you and you're going to rock up and down and up. So look, I'm just taking the right foot down. So I'm going to go back and down and back and see if you can get up. It might be kind of tricky, but let's see how many of you can do that. Just come on up. And then we're just going to do 3 on the other side. Don't worry if you can't do it. You can just continue rocking and rolling on your spine. Just like this. You don't have to come up, and down like this, up. Or you can come on up and down. 2 more chances to try, up and down. And last time, up and come on to all fours. Spread your fingers wide and just a little cat-cow, pressing the floor away, looking up, exhale, pressing the floor away. And then if you want, you can take it side to side. So just move organically, whatever feels good in your body. Down. Hands reach forward. And we're going to lift the right arm, the left leg, then the left arm, the right leg, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Let's do little swimmers here if you can go faster for 10. And release. Bring your hands like this. You can do Sphinx pose like this. Or you can take your hands by your chest and roll all the way up for Cobra. Roll your shoulders back. So try to avoid having the shoulders by the ears. Try to press away. Roll your shoulders and then send your heart through your arms and look up. Look up if it's okay with your neck. Get back to center. A little spiral in our spine. We're going to turn and look over the right shoulder. And then turn and look over your left shoulder. And back to center. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. And I'll show the modification. It's going to be on all fours and it's hip circles. So we're going to lift the right leg up, back, and down. Just like circles like this. So I'll do it on the other side too, just to show you what it's like. We're just kind of circumducting that hip, okay? But you're going to do it on all fours if you need a modification. Otherwise, you're going to do it in a downward dog. So it looks like from downward dog, feet together, right leg lifts. And then you're going to bring your knee forward so the shoulders are over your wrists. And then you're going to take the knee out and then back into downward dog with the knee up and then under. So up, like drawing a big circle, out and back and forward. Let's do one more, out, back and forward. And let's step your foot between your hands. So you're in a runner's lunge here. And you're going to straighten both legs. So if you need blocks, please grab blocks or soup cans. Or you can just come onto a chair, right? So if you need a modification, please use a chair. It feels much, much better. So from here, we're just going to fold over our front hamstrings. Relax your neck down and lift your toes, the front toes up. Maybe even rock onto your heel. Keep pulling your belly in and your right hip back and fold. And bend the back knee. Keep your chest on your thigh for this one as you bring your hips forward and just look up. And then now you're going to keep those toes curled behind you as you pop back up into a hamstring stretch here. This time I'd like to take my hands as wide as the mat and just fold like I'm bowing over. Keep taking that right hip back, belly in. So let's do 10 more little pulses here. So each time softening in your hamstring. All right, drop the back knee to the floor and come on up this time, all the way up. Interlace your fingers. And then you're gonna bring your hips forward, pressing into the back knee, lifting up through the crown of your head. Feel those left hip flexors stretching. Hands come down and you're going to shift your weight back. Heel down, toes up for Ardha Hanuman. So this is a good time to have blocks if you have them. Heel down, toes up. Looking up, isometrically dragging the heel back towards you helps turn on those hamstrings. So if you're more flexible, just fold forward over the front leg. All right, now you're going to bring your knees together. And you can do knees, chest, chin if you can, or you can just come to your belly. Come to your belly. And we're going to pop up into a cobra here. So every time I say cobra, you can do your favorite version. Could be cobra, could be sphinx on your forearms, or it could be up dog with your thighs lifted, and downward facing dog. Okay, and then remember we have those hip circles, so if you want to modify, come to your knees, otherwise left leg up. We're going to bring the knee in, out, and back. So in, out, and back. Draw in, shoulders stay over the wrists as you draw in. Take it out and back. Last one. In, out, and back. And then bring your left foot forward between your hands. And come into that high lunge position. And then we're going to straighten the front leg. Draw your belly in. Pull the left hip back and fold over the front leg. Again, you can walk to a chair, a table, or you can use blocks for support. You can also bring your legs a little closer together if you need to. Alright, so now you're going to just lift your front toes up and then lift onto the heel and just see how that changes the stretch in the back of your hamstrings. You can fold forward and drop the back knee. So keep your chest glued to your thigh for this one as you bring your hips forward and just look up. And then we're just going to pop back for that flexibility in the hamstrings now. So left hip back, folding over that front leg. And then taking that little pulses. Just a really small movement here. Forehead comes towards the shin. Let's do 10 more. drop the back knee. And we're going to come on up for low lunge. Interlace the fingers. And bring your hips forward, stretching the right hip flexors, lifting up through the crown of your head. Breathe deep into your belly or deep into those right hip flexors. All right. And then from here, we're going to shift back, Ardha Hanuman. And option to fold over. Let's step it forward, forward fold. Grab your big toes, lift and lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. And slowly come on up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. So let's bend our knees and sink our hips for a chair pose. And then fold forward. Let's clasp our hands behind us and straighten the arms if you can. If this doesn't work, you can use a strap or a towel. So you'll just hold it like this behind you. And then release. Let's step your left leg back and come on up for high lunge. And then palms facing forward. Let's hinge forward 45 degrees. If you're able to go harder, arms alongside your ears. Left hand down, easy twist. And step it back. Chaturanga or to your belly. Cobra or up dog. And downward dog. Left leg lifts. Let's bring it forward. High lunge, other side. Back heel is lifted and your hips are squared forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. You want to work harder. The knee is not over the ankle, but a little far behind the ankle. I'll turn on your posterior chain on the left side. So palms facing, hinging forward. So you want nice straight posture here. If it's too hard, please just go back to the original one. Arms alongside the ear for the hardest version for 3, 2, and 1. And go ahead and drop your right hand down, easy twists. And step it back. Downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lifts. Bend it and stack it. Open your hips. Look under your left underarm. And let's bring it forward. Spin the back heel down for warrior one. And let's straighten the front leg. Hinge forward as far as you can for triangle. So you can hold on to the ankle or the shin or the floor and just reach the top arm parallelish to the floor or straight up. All right, left hand on your hip. Let's walk the right hand forward for half moon pose. So if you need a block, you can grab it along the way and just balance. Stack one hip over the other. You don't need the block, you don't need the block. If you're having trouble with the balance, you can go to a wall in your house and just lean against the wall. If you're feeling balanced, you can try to grab your ankle, roll your shoulder back. And release. Both hands spin down to the floor so you're in a standing splits or standing 90-degree-ish. So you could bend the standing leg if you want to go deeper. Right hand behind the calf. As you press into the calf, try to straighten the leg and try to bring your forehead closer to your shin. And release. Let's bring that back knee over to the right as you come and have a seat for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you're going to take your hands behind you, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then you're going to twist over towards your bent knee. So elbow can go over the knee if you like. And release. Let's just do a counter twist. A quick counter twist. And so let's just pop back into downward dog and we'll do the other side. Inhale through your nose, open the mouth, blow it out. Left leg lifts, bend it and stack it, open up your hips, look under the right underarm. And then bring it forward. Come on up for warrior one. Straighten the front leg, take your left hip back, stretch forward and grab on anywhere along the shin. So if you have a block, you can also hold on to the block inside or outside. And you're gonna just take the top arm up. So the neck, if it's hurting to look up, then you can look just straight or you can look down. And then just work on strengthening your neck muscles until you can look up without hurting. The top arm parallel to the floor. Right hand on your hip. Let's bend the standing leg, and you're going to walk your left hand forward and lift up the leg for half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting the arm up, keeping your balance. Once you have your balance, you can turn the gaze up. And maybe, if you like, you can bend the standing leg, grab on and roll your shoulder back for Chapasana, or any variation of Chapasana. Windmill the hands down and step. The top foot is facing straight down for standing splits. Standing 90 degree. It's probably more like it, yep. So from here, if you like, you don't have to, but bend the standing leg if you can balance yourself. Left hand behind the calf as you straighten that leg, press into the calf. See if you can bring your forehead closer to your shin, flexing your right glutes. And release. Bend that back leg and bring your knee over to the left as you have a seat. Lift and lengthen and twist. Twist. Elbow past the knee or hugging in for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So drawing the belly in, looking over the left shoulder if you can. And release, other side. And release. So go ahead and come on to all fours. We'll just stretch out our shoulders a little. So you can just clasp your hands if you have a block. It's a little bit more opening in your shoulders, so you can have your elbows down with the block just holding on like this. So back, your knees up, your hips are over your knees, your forehead goes onto the floor for puppy pose, and then you're going to namaste your arms up. Feel a nice shoulder opener here. See if you can melt your heart down towards the floor. And then slowly come out of that. And we're going to come on to your belly here. And take your right forearm parallel to the top of your mat. And as you turn to the left side, you're going to bend your knee and see if you can catch your foot. Little quad stretch, and if you can pull it in pretty tight, then see if you can flip the grip so the elbow stays up, but the fingertips flip and come forward instead. And then you just curl the toes back and bring your heel in to the outer edge of your hip if you can. And release. And then other side, grab it, pull it in. This is for those people that can't catch your foot in lizard pose, which we'll do in a moment really quick here. So the right leg comes out, heel in, toes out for a quick lizard. So breathe deep. It's easiest with the arms straight. If you want to go hard, if you want to go deeper, you can bring your hands to a block or elbows to the floor here. And if you like, you can lift the toes and rock onto the edge of your foot. And then we'll bring the left forearm down and try to catch the back foot. Pull it in for a quad stretch. And then other side. Heel in, toes out. You can lift the back knee and reset it or come on down. Lift the toes and rock onto the edge of your foot if you like. And then you'll come onto your forearm, turn, and see if you can reach back and catch your foot and pull it in. Okay, so let's take your blocks, and if you have a towel or something, you can use it. You don't have to. Okay, so we're gonna, since we've worked our legs so much, we're gonna see how far we can go today. Sliding back, see if I'm still in frame. Yep. Okay, so you can stay here in Ardha Hanuman with the heel down, toes up, isometrically dragging back. Or I like a blanket so you can just kind of slide back to wherever you are. And also the hip and the jaw lock up sometimes at the same time, so it's good if you just kind of yawn. Or you can blow raspberries, or you can sit on a block and be like, yes, touchdown. Okay, and then slowly come back up, and then other side. So again, listen to your body. If you just want to stay here today, that's fine. So just, you honor your body and how far it wants to go. Don't make it go farther than your 80%, right? So listen to the body as you slowly come on back. Yawn. Want to stick a block in there. take the right hip forward for pigeon. And I'm going to thread the needle with the pigeon this time. See how it feels for you. Left arm up, and see if you can just bring the arm through and bring your left side of your head to the floor. Maybe reach your arm up. Come on back. And then let's just pop into the other side. Square your hips forward, and if the threading the needle doesn't work for you, then don't do it. Okay, it's just exploring your body and different stretches. So you're going to take the right palm up, see if you can thread the needle through, and also see if it feels okay for you. You might not like it, and then don't do it. Come on back. And bring that back leg forward. Hanumanasana. And we're gonna open the arms and tap the elbows together. Let's bring left elbow over right. Lift up your elbows. Hands away from the face. And just sit regular here. And then open. And then other side. Lift the elbows, hands away from the face. And release. And hands behind you. You can bring both hands over to the right. So you can just sit crisscross, or you can sit like this. And just stretch into that side, your neck and shoulders. And release. Straighten the arms behind you. And then other side, you can wrap it over to this side. And just breathe. If you like, you can stretch your neck a little. And release. So from here, you can just take your right arm back and stretch. Left arm back and stretch to wherever you're comfortable. If you're you can either just stay here, stretching back, or you can lift up and curl your toes and stretch all the way back for a camel. Bringing your hips forward or curling your toes. Or any variation. So find something that works for you, either with the hips down or lifting it up. So listening to your body and feeling, what does it want right now? A little more movement or a little less? It's too much, or If it's not enough, then you can adjust, right? Up and back. And one more time. Up and back. And you'll do a quick inversion. So most people are just going to do this, legs up the wall. Or you can even do a little bit higher like this. Or I know some of you have your headstand practice, you can do that. Or you could use a blanket so you don't bruise your neck. So make sure there's no bruising on the neck, forearms up. And you find a shoulder stand. Okay. So whatever inversion you want to play with, go for it. Just for a few more seconds, I'm going to go into a headstand, but don't copy me unless you have a headstand practice. Okay. Or Abigail, you can go up in your headstand, that chair you have. You're welcome to do that. Okay. So if you're in a shoulder stand, you can come into plow with the feet over your head. Otherwise, if you're in a headstand, just slowly come on down. Take a quick child's pose. And then we'll meet in a comfortable seated position, unless you want to lay down on your own for Shavasana. But we'll close the class together right now. So, comfortable seated position. Three deep breaths here. Inhaling through your nose, open the mouth. Sigh it out. So we surrender to our practice. Inhaling through the nose. Out the mouth. Last time, in the nose. Out of the mouth. Hands in front of your heart. Drop your gaze. And may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the work we've done here today be of great benefit to you and help set the tone for the rest of your day. With gratitude for our practice here together, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. To all of you out there, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, especially the YouTube channel. And please like and share this video with people that you think would like yoga. And you can comment and let me know how you like my class and what you want, the experimental formats, what you'd like to see more of. Okay, I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursdays at 5 Pacific time p.m. and so please join me again, and please do consider sponsoring me. There's more information on how you can do that in the link below. You can do any level that suits you. All right, thank you. Be safe out there.